The rain hammered down like it wanted to wash me off the face of the earth. I stood on the porch at 21 years old, suitcase at my feet, water soaking through my thin jacket until my skin burned with cold. My stepmother's voice still rang in my ears. "You stole your sister's wedding money, Ava. All $10,000. Don't you dare deny it." My father wouldn't even look at me. My sister, the bride-to-be, just cried and pointed at the empty envelope in my old bedroom drawer, the one someone had very carefully placed there with my fingerprints all over it. I begged. I swore I only ever counted the cash for the florist and the dress deposit. But the evidence was clear. My stepmother had moved the money days earlier. I know that now. Back then, I only felt the door slam behind me, the deadbolt click, and the final text from the family group chat. "You're dead to us. Never come back." The rain blurred the streetlights into streaks of gold. I dragged the suitcase 2 blocks before my arms gave out. Every passing car sprayed me with dirty water. My phone died. No one answered my calls anyway. That night I slept under a bus shelter, knees pulled to my chest, teeth chattering so hard I tasted blood. How could the people who raised me believe I was a thief? The question looped in my head until I cried myself dry. For 6 days I lived like a ghost. I ate one meal from a church handout, washed in gas station bathrooms, and scrolled job listings on a cracked library computer. Every night the same nightmare. My sister's wedding without me, my father walking her down the aisle while my stepmother smiled like she'd won. I was invisible, unwanted, worthless. Then, on the 7th night, my numb fingers found the ad. Fixer. Upper. 3-bedroom. Needs work. $1. To the first qualified buyer who agrees to live on site and restore it within 1 year. Note, number 48. Number 4. The house was 2 hours outside the city in a sleepy town I'd never heard of. Photos showed peeling paint, broken windows, vines crawling up the walls. It looked haunted. It looked like the only roof I could afford. With the last $43 in my account and a desperate prayer, I hit buy now. The city accepted my application in under an hour. I had a house. A broken, forgotten house. But it was mine. The bus dropped me off at dusk. The place sat at the end of a quiet lane, windows dark, porch sagging like it was tired of waiting. The key was in a rusty mailbox. When I pushed the front door open, the smell of damp wood and old paper rushed out and wrapped around me. Dust floated in the last light like gray snow. I dropped my suitcase in the hallway and whispered, "Home, I guess." The first week was pure survival. I swept mouse droppings, taped plastic over broken windows, and slept on the floor in my only blanket. At night, the house breathed floorboards creaked overhead even though I was alone. Wind whistled through cracks like distant voices asking, "Why you?" I told myself it was just the old pipes. I kept working, scrubbing walls until my hands bled, painting over water stains with cheap white I bought at a yard sale. Every nail I hammered felt like I was hammering my old life shut. Then the clues started. In the attic, behind a loose board, I found a shoebox tied with faded ribbon. Inside were photographs of my father as a little boy, standing beside a woman I didn't recognize. On the back, in careful handwriting, "For my granddaughter Ava when the time is right." My heart stopped. Grandma? The one my stepmother always said ran away years ago? I sat on the dusty floor and cried until my chest hurt. Why had they lied? Nights grew stranger. I'd wake to soft footsteps crossing the hallway, pause outside my door, then fade. I'd whisper into the dark, "Who's there?" But only silence answered. One evening, while prying up warped floorboards in the living room to fix a squeak, my crowbar hit metal. A small iron box, padlocked. My hands shook so badly I could barely fit the screwdriver into the lock. Inside lay a thick envelope and stacks of cash crisp $100 bills, more than I'd ever seen. My breath caught. The top bundle was exactly $10,000, still in the same bank bands from the wedding fund. Beneath it, another $80,000 in neat piles, and at the very bottom, a sealed letter addressed to me. I tore it open with trembling fingers. "My dearest Ava, if you're reading this, the house has found you. Your father and I knew your stepmother would never let you have what's yours. She stole the wedding money to pay her own debts and planted the evidence so you'd be thrown out before you could claim your inheritance. This house, my house, was always meant for you. The money inside is only the beginning. The real fortune is the truth. Forgive if you can. Live free if you won't. Love forever. Grandma Rose. Allver 2. Hedover. End of 2. Allver. And Vera. Hedover. That time. Part. Header. Header dot. To header. Header dot. The letter slipped from my fingers. Everything clicked into place, like a lock turning. My stepmother had known about the house. She'd hidden the wedding cash here weeks earlier, planning to retrieve it later and let the city sell the place cheap to strangers. But I bought it first. The footsteps I'd heard? Maybe just the house protecting what was mine all along. I sat there until sunrise, the money and the letter spread across my lap like proof I wasn't crazy. The real money had been waiting. Not just dollars proof, that I had never been the thief. Proof that someone had loved me enough to hide a future for me when my own family threw me away. 2 months later, the house doesn't look like the same place. Fresh white paint, new windows, flowers blooming. Where weeds once choked the yard. I sent my sister an anonymous envelope with the exact $10,000 and a note. The wedding money was never lost. Ask Mom. I didn't sign it. Some truths are better delivered gently. My father tried to call once. I let it ring. I don't need their apologies anymore. I have 4 walls that chose me when they didn't. I have a future I built with my own blistered hands. And every night when the floorboards creak, I smile and whisper, "Thank you, Grandma." Sometimes the people who are supposed to love you the most are the ones who teach you how to stand alone. And sometimes a broken $1 house holds more love than a perfect family ever could. I was abandoned, but I was never truly lost. The real money wasn't the cash. It was the strength I found inside these walls and inside myself. I'm Ava. I'm 21. And for the first time, I'm finally home. My father tried to call once. I let it ring. I don't need their apologies anymore. I have 4 walls that chose me when they didn't. I have a future I built with my own blistered hands. And every night when the floorboards creak, I smile and whisper, "Thank you, Grandma." Sometimes the people who are supposed to love you the most are the ones who teach you how to stand alone. And sometimes a broken $1 house holds more love than a perfect family ever could. I was abandoned, but I was never truly lost. The real money wasn't the cash. It was the strength I found inside these walls and inside myself. I'm Ava. I'm 21. And for the first time, I'm finally home.